Good morning. I'm over here at a friend's house trying to do a good deed. There's an old saying, no good deed goes unpunished. This faucet I assumed was a Delta single handle faucet. I'm beginning to wonder if it is. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you this kind of quickie here. Me and plumbing don't get along. That's all there is to it. The first thing you're going to do is, well, you got to clean the sink. You got to clean the sink out, but first thing you're going to do is plug the drains and maybe put a rag in there. My first little challenge was the old single-handle Delta faucets have a little hole down here. This one didn't. It threw me for a loop, and I had to think about it for a minute. And sorry this is so jiggly. Anyway, let's wait for the focus to catch up. What you're going to do is take a knife and carefully get back behind there, and then that little button will pop off. It's just a little button that sits in there. The other thing I ran into is all the Delta faucets I've ever worked on. I don't know if you can see this or not. I'm going to have to turn the water on, so much for the sink. You can see that or not. Let me get a wipe. There you go. All the Delta faucets I've ever worked on are, I'm sorry, I'm just going to shut it off here. Or, I'm just going to close the camera down. That actually is a Phillips, a number 2 Phillips screw. All the Delta faucets I've ever worked on have use Allen keys, they're little hex-shaped keys, and I believe that's an 1/8 inch one for almost all the Delta ones. And some of the Delta kits even come with a key. This one has a little Phillips screw in it, and I don't know if that's a true Delta faucet or not. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe Delta changed it. Anyway, I just spent the last, I don't know, 15 minutes trying to poke a hex key in there, and of course that's not going to work. I know it wouldn't fit, or I'd find one that would fit, but it would spin around. So I finally tilted the thing back and took a good hard look in there, and to get a Phillips in there is really tight. Make sure you've got a good fitting Phillips, and make sure, I would hold a flashlight up there and look at it when you push that into whatever this faucet is. I have no idea. There's no brand name on it. It looks a lot like a Delta, but I have my doubts. Maybe it's a copy. Anyway, I just thought I'd show that to you. Sorry you're in the dark there. You'll just have to get over it. There's nothing to see anyway. So if you have a question or comment, or happen to know what that faucet might be, I don't know if that's a... The only other faucet I could think it might be a Peerless, maybe, but I don't know. One time I thought Delta had a kind of a cheapskate brand, but I don't know why you would make faucets one way and make them a different way with that. So anyway, be aware that things are hiding behind little fascias or buttons there, whatever you want to call them, or little scutchments, and be prepared to find the right tool to stick in there. Take her easy. Have a good day. Okie dokie, we're back. I got this apart finally, just that set screw. And as you can see, it's like a Phillips. And of course this is a big corroded mess. What happened was, this is a real, hang on. Sorry about that. This is a real cluster. Anyway, here's the inside of that blue. See that blue there on the set screw? That's actually a thread locking compound. And here you can see that the thing fits in there, and it fits a really specific way. And over here, here's the stem. And I don't know if this is a Delta faucet or not. I had a hell of a time getting this out. Of course, when I finally got the set screw loose, it fell down and got in between the top there, and I couldn't. Then I couldn't get the handle to come off because somebody put so much thread locking compound on there. They'd thread locked the handle to that stem. It was a bad word was said. Actually, a bunch of bad words. Like I said, I don't know what this is. It sure looks like a Delta faucet, but I don't know if it is or not. Anyway, I'm going to clean all this mess up and see if looks like this. Yeah, there's a hex there. This has got to be a Delta faucet. There you can see where the screw was, and this is all corroded. I'm going to get some Brillo and shine this all up. What that towel is for there is after the screw fell in there, I couldn't get it off, and I thought sure as hell the handle will come flying off and then the screw will disappear into space. So I put that rag around there to catch it, even though I've got the drains both plugged here. What I ended up doing was I ended up tapping it with a block of wood on the handle, and eventually it started to turn. It started to turn like this, and I just slowly rotated it around till it broke loose, and then I could pull it up. It wasn't pretty. I gotta clean that all up. So mental note: if you're gonna take this loose, focus. God, it looks like anyway. Don't take that screw out, because what will happen is it'll fall down in there. Okie dokie, take her easy.